When did refusing to lie cost you everything? I was in my dorm when my RA called me. Someone's accused you of forcing yourself on an intoxicated girl Saturday night. The words knocked the air out of my lungs because I hadn't even gone out Saturday night. Instead, I spent the entire evening in the library with my friend Justin, cramming for our economics midterm until well after 2 a.m. 20 minutes later, I found myself sitting across from Lawrence in the residence office, where he served as senior RA and essentially controlled our entire building, thanks to his father's massive donations to the university. He studied me with cold certainty, as if my guilt was already established, before explaining that the girl came from the Morrison family, and 3 witnesses had supposedly seen me at the frat party that weekend. When I tried to explain about studying in the library with Justin, he dismissed it immediately, saying my friend would obviously lie for me. Then he leaned forward, and his tone shifted to something almost calculating and said, "Just accept responsibility, and we can handle this quietly. Otherwise, this gets messy for everyone." His fingers drummed nervously on the desk, while he kept glancing at his phone, which made something feel off about the whole situation. By the end of that meeting, I was suspended from all activities and forced to move to a different floor, despite my insistence that I'd never even attended the party. The next morning, Justin accompanied me back to Lawrence's office armed with his parking garage ticket, showing we'd left at 2:17 a.m. But Lawrence refused to accept the parking ticket as valid evidence and claimed the library's security footage had mysteriously corrupted when we suggested he check the cameras. His face turned red when we kept pushing back, and he accused us of making things harder on the victim. Word spread through campus faster than I could have imagined after that, and within days, my life became a nightmare. People called me a PR dater in the halls, and someone painted "Ropist" across my door. My study group banned me, and in the cafeteria, someone threw a soda at me while others cheered. The harassment escalated when guys started shoulder checking me, and someone poured bleach on my clothes in the laundry room. They slashed my bike tires and stole my laptop. But the worst moment came when I found my childhood photos torn into pieces and scattered across the hallway floor. That violation was so personal, it drove me to my laptop at 3 a.m., desperately searching for any way to file a formal complaint. That's when I discovered 3 other scholarship students had been accused of various things by Lawrence's circle over the past 2 years, and all had quietly left school rather than fight the allegations. The pattern became even clearer when the administration placed my scholarship under review, citing character concerns. Suddenly, I understood why the others had left so quietly, since losing financial aid meant drowning in my mom's medical bills from now on. I started having anxiety attacks after that, and they were so severe I stopped attending classes altogether. Justin was the only person who still spoke to me, and that gave me a little hope that some things would be okay. But then Lawrence called me in for another private meeting, where he revealed he knew about my mother's medical situation. My heart nearly stopped, but as he suggested that accepting responsibility would make everything disappear while protecting my scholarship, I realized I couldn't let him get away with this. I looked him directly in the eye and stated firmly that I'd been in the library until 2 a.m. and had never attended that party. He immediately got angry, and he slammed his hand on the desk. "I'm trying to help you here. You're going to regret this." Things got worse when anonymous flyers with my photo started showing up all over campus. Justin got jumped by 3 guys who told him it was a warning, and my mom started receiving calls at work about her PR dater son. Everything changed when Justin went directly to the dean after his beating and demanded a real investigation while presenting his parking ticket as evidence. They finally started an investigation to find out the truth, though the breakthrough came when the victim's best friend, who had been carrying guilt for weeks and losing sleep after accusing me, finally couldn't take it anymore. She broke down sobbing in the dean's office, revealing how Lawrence had threatened to destroy her friend's family business if she didn't blame someone else, and had specifically targeted me because I had no connections or money to fight back. Then, the victim herself spoke out, since the school was actually taking this seriously, and she actually knew who the actual culprit was. In his room after the party, Lawrence had taken advantage of her. When campus police questioned Lawrence, he tried to say she was lying, but the girl had done a rope kit, and Lawrence's DNA had clearly been in her, along with blood, and an examination revealed that she had suffered some trauma from it. With all the overwhelming evidence, Lawrence was arrested and expelled. Afterwards, the university implemented new policies requiring all accusations to be handled by trained investigators rather than RAs, and issued a formal apology, while fully reinstating my scholarship and an extra $30,000. The trauma didn't end with Lawrence's arrest or the compensation, though, as I needed months of counseling to deal with the anxiety. But after a while, I could breathe again.